just absolutely fantastic conditions. Flying the drone in the rain above a river. It was an absolutely fantastic sunrise. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I'm currently very close to the Croatian-Slovenian border. So I just spent about a week or so in Croatia enjoying the sun. But yeah, the weather has changed here and I'm not really inspired to take a lot of photos here. So yeah, I decided to try and go to Slovenia because I have a few spots in mind that I would like to photograph. However, nowadays, with the current situation, it could be tricky to cross that border. I'm, I think, about 30 minutes away from the border. Let's see what happens. They didn't give me too much trouble at the border, asked me a few questions, but all in all, it seemed to be fine. And I'm at my first little stop here, which is the Solkan Bridge in western Slovenia. And it's the world's largest stone arch railroad bridge. And I'm hoping to get a very cool drone shot here. But unfortunately, it's been raining the whole time. I've been here for 2 hours now, 2.5 hours. And yeah, I don't know if it's gonna stop raining, but yeah, I'll give it some more time. If it's not happening today, I still have time tomorrow morning, so then I'll just try and do that tomorrow morning. So right now I'm just doing some editing, just chilling out in the van, hoping that this rain is gonna stop soon. So I'm also keeping an eye on the train schedule, because ideally I would want to get a photo where there's a train actually on the bridge. Unfortunately, there's not like a ton of trains coming by here. I think it's like one every hour, one every 2 hours. Sometimes it takes a while for one to come. So yeah, let's see what happens, and I'll catch you guys in a bit.
One eternity later.
What a bummer, what a bummer. The light was looking so good, like with the clouds and the sun setting through it. It looked almost like apocalyptic. But it just didn't stop raining, and I didn't want to risk flying the drone in the rain above a river. So yeah, it's not going to happen today, but the weather forecast is showing that tomorrow morning the weather should be quite nice. So I'm positive that we will get the shot tomorrow. Good morning guys, and as you can see, it's nice and clear. The conditions are pretty good. I already have the drone up in the sky, and there should be a train at the station right about now. So I think it should be here in a few minutes. So yeah, I'm just keeping my eye on the camera, well, I guess on the phone. And yeah, ready to take that shot. I think we got the shot. We still had some nice light. The train was a bit late though, so I was kind of worried at one point that it wouldn't come, which would really have sucked because then I would have had to wait for another hour or so. But yeah, I think we got the shot, so I'm gonna head back to the van now, maybe have some breakfast, and then yeah, drive on to the next spot. So I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Bye. So I drove about 200 kilometers east to come to this really beautiful place, which I will not even attempt to pronounce the name, but I'll write it down here somewhere. And yeah, the reason why I came here, because it was quite a bit out of the way, is because there's these beautiful wineries here, and they're in all of these really awesome geometric shapes, and I thought it would make for a very cool drone photo. So yeah, drove all the way out here. Luckily the weather is really nice. Yeah, I'm just having a stroll around, take up the drone in a bit, and see what we can see from the sky.
Take off.
Wow, some places really come to life from that bird's eye view, and this place definitely is one of those. It looked so good from the top, like all the shapes of the wine fields, and then there's a bunch of clouds in the sky, but it really creates these like patterns of light and shade. So yeah, I couldn't be more happy with the conditions, which I was, to be honest, a little worried about, because you know, ideally you don't want to shoot in the middle of the day, which it is right now. So like I said, I did go out of my way to come here. So right now I have to drive back west again for about an hour and a half or so, and then I have a few more locations quite close to each other, so I won't be doing that much driving in the next few days. So yeah, back in the car, some more driving to do. Location. Yeah, 3 locations in one day. It's like a high-speed train of photography here. But yeah, it doesn't happen every time, but luckily pretty much all of these locations are, well, all of these locations are roadside photography. So I just basically rock up with the car and I'm here. I don't have to do a hike or anything like that, so it's pretty easy. And yeah, look at where we are. Beautiful little spot, really quiet. And I don't know if you can see that, but right there is a little church by the name of Church of St. Thomas. And back there, beautiful backdrop of mountains. So yeah, that's the location I'm shooting for sunset, and probably also sunrise, because from the bit of research that I've done, I found out that this is actually a sunrise spot. But I had nowhere else to be for sunset, so I figured I'd come here, check it out, and probably take some photos. And who knows, maybe it looks cool for sunset as well. Never try, never know, right? So the sun is about to set. Well, at least here most of the light is gone because we're a bit in the mountains. Yeah, the main view, which is towards the church, of course, was pretty much covered in clouds the whole time. But then, if you can see over there, there's a few peaks right there. And I'm just doing a bit of a time lapse. I guess it'll look cool. That's pretty much the only thing I had to work with here. Everything else was covered in clouds, but still, it's a beautiful sunset. Fingers crossed for sunrise tomorrow. We have some better conditions, and at least those peaks behind the church will be clear. So as you can probably tell, the sun has risen, and I can tell you it was an absolutely fantastic sunrise. The conditions were incredible. The valley was covered in fog or these low clouds, and the light was just hitting it beautifully. The mountains were visible, so yeah, I couldn't really ask for more. I didn't really talk to the camera while I was taking photos or during sunrise, because there were about 6 or 7 other photographers here, and it was really peaceful, so I didn't really want to disturb anyone. But yeah, very happy camper here. Really, I couldn't have asked for any better conditions this morning, and now I guess I do understand why this is a sunrise location. I guess now it's time for some well-deserved breakfast and coffee, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Bye. Good morning, guys. I just finished shooting our 4th location, and I have to apologize once again. I failed to make any video while I was taking photos, but I do have some really lovely drone footage for you guys. I'll show that a little bit later. But yeah, this is what I was photographing this morning. It's that church there on the top of that beautiful hill. Back to it, some incredible mountains. It's the church near Jamnik. So the village is called Jamnik, and the church has a name. I'll write it down here. I can't pronounce it. So yeah, that's what I was shooting this morning for sunrise. But I was also here for sunset, and I think I actually liked sunset a little bit more. There was some more action in the sky, some more color, but still the light at one point during sunrise was really nice. And actually away from the church there were a few points of interest as well. If any of those photos turned out, I will make sure to show them to you. So yeah, that was another sunrise shoot, and so far Slovenia, I'm really loving it. A lot of beautiful places to photograph, and I mean, roadside photography, I kind of like it. It's easy, you know. I wake up in the van, I get out, take some photos, have some breakfast. So yeah, can't complain. This image is a drone shot from that morning, and it's actually the only image that I'm slightly happy with. The conditions were really just not working for me that morning. However, this photo taken at sunset the day before I am very happy with. The colors in the sky look simply perfect, and I composed the tree in there to cover up the emptiness above those colorful clouds. And this is one of the points of interest away from the church that I was talking about. The fog and the morning light creating these beams of light looked really awesome. I actually did a warm and a cool edit of this photo, and I wonder which one you guys prefer. So let me know in the comments down below. Okay, we're at the fifth and final location of this video, probably the most famous one in Slovenia, and it's Lake Bled. So you can see right there behind me is the little church in the middle of the lake. It's on a little island. There's quite a few photos I'm hoping to get here, one of which is a drone photo, and then a few other photos from the shoreline of the lake. So I'm just waiting for the light to get a little bit better. We're about 45 minutes away from sunset, so yeah, let's see what happens. I'm back at Lake Bled this morning because despite the forecast, it wasn't raining this morning. So I decided to go and have a look, and I'm very happy that I did because the conditions were so good. The lake was really nice and calm, so it had like almost a perfect reflection of the church on the lake. Yeah, it was really moody, like all these clouds. It still is kind of, you can see on the hills there. All these low-hanging clouds, this mist, so just absolutely fantastic conditions. So I actually came here to photograph that little house there, but I ended up not getting it because I was so distracted by the perfect reflection of the church and the island. And right now the wind has picked up, so there's no more reflection on the water. It looks a little bit messy really. So yeah, didn't really get that shot, but I think I got some really awesome photos from the church and from a few boats that were laying around. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm so happy that I woke up again this morning and that I came out here. And I think I'm gonna end the video here. We've done quite a lot in the past 3.5 days or so. I think 4 sunrises. So yeah, Slovenia is incredible for photography and very compact as well, so very easy to do. So if you're into photography, definitely check out Slovenia. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, please do subscribe or leave a like. It helps out the channel, it helps me out. I would really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. See ya.